Welcome back to Clean Tech Talk. Today we're tackling something, well, insidious. Mold. It's sneaky, persistent, and honestly a real pain to eliminate. You think it's gone, and bam, it's back. But on this deep dive, we're looking at something different, maybe even a bit unexpected. Dry ice blasting. This isn't your average cleaning method. We're talking high-tech, eco-friendly, and apparently super effective.
Yeah, it's a battle a lot of people face, maybe more than they realize. Mold spores, they're basically everywhere. They just need a little moisture, some warmth, and something to eat, like wood or drywall. That's why you often find it hiding out in attics, basements, maybe behind walls, and definitely HVAC systems can be culprits. And it's not just ugly. The health risks are real asthma attacks, allergies, skin irritation, even those chronic sinus infections nobody wants.
Okay, dry ice blasting. It sounds intense, like something out of a sci-fi movie. My first thought is, how is this actually different from just, freezing the mold off? What's the science here?
Right. Good question. It's definitely more sophisticated than just freezing. So it uses these small pellets of solid CORs, that's basically frozen carbon dioxide. These pellets get blasted at the mold using compressed air. Now, here's the clever part, the dual action. When those super cold pellets hit the mold, they don't just freeze it, they make it brittle, instantly fracturing its root structure.
Ah, it brittles it. Okay.
Exactly. Then the force of the pellets just shatters that brittle structure and blasts it away. But here's the real kicker. The dry ice immediately sublimates.
Sublimates.
Yeah, it turns directly from a solid into a gas. Poof! It literally vanishes on impact, which means no messy cleanup, no secondary waste, and critically, no water. Zero added moisture.
Oh, wow. No water. That seems like a huge deal with mold.
It is, because adding water during cleanup, that's often how you get regrowth later on. It's totally different from, say, harsh chemicals that kill mold but leave the dead stuff behind, or trying to scrub it manually, which is slow, often misses spots, leaves spores, and can even damage the surface you're cleaning.
That no secondary waste and no added moisture point really stands out.
Yeah.
That's huge. But, okay, besides being incredibly clean, what other maybe surprising benefits does dry ice blasting bring to the table?
Oh, there are quite a few compelling ones. First off, it's genuinely non-toxic and eco-friendly. You're just using SOCO, which goes back into the air. No chemical residues left behind.
That's a big plus for indoor air quality.
Absolutely. And it's fast, really fast. We've seen large areas cleaned up to like 80% faster than doing it by hand, less disruption time.
80% faster.
Yeah. Plus, it gets into those really awkward spots, attics, crawl spaces, behind beams and joists, places where scrubbing is difficult or impossible without potentially damaging things.
Right, those nooks and crannies.
Exactly. And that leads to safety benefits, too. It's non-abrasive, so it doesn't scrape or sand surfaces. This protects the structural integrity of wood, drywall, whatever it is. It's safer for the workers doing the job and for anyone living or working in the space afterwards. Less dust, fewer airborne toxins compared to other methods.
Okay, it sounds incredibly efficient, really advanced. But specialized gear usually means, well, a higher price tag up front, right? So what does this mean for you, the listener? How do you weigh that initial cost versus the benefits? Is it for every mold problem?
That's fair. The initial cost can be higher than, say, grabbing some bleach and a brush. But because it's so much faster and more thorough, especially for larger areas or really stubborn, complex infestations, it often ends up being more cost-effective overall.
So long-term value.
Precisely. Less chance of needing a do-over. It works well in both homes and commercial buildings. It really shines in those big or complicated spaces. Now, are there times not to use it? Sure. Extremely delicate surfaces might need a different approach. Same for very thin insulation or areas where you just can't get good airflow for the process.
Okay.
And we should probably bust a couple of myths quickly. One is that it damages surfaces. It actually doesn't. It's known for being gentle on wood, metal, even electrical wiring and insulation.
Gentle but powerful.
Interesting. Right. The other myth is that it's just for giant industrial jobs. That used to be true, maybe, but it's becoming much more common now in homes, schools, offices. But bottom line, because it involves specialized equipment and, frankly, know how to do it right and safely, hiring a certified professional is almost always the way to go. This isn't really a DIY thing.
Got it. Professional help is key. So after the professionals leave, preventing mold from coming back is crucial. Let's touch on some key prevention tips. Number one, fix leaks immediately. Any water source is an invitation.
Definitely. And improve airflow. Ventilation is your friend. Use exhaust fans in kitchens and bathrooms.
Good point. Also, consider using mold-resistant paint, especially in damp areas like bathrooms or basements.
And keeping indoor humidity down, ideally below 50%. A dehumidifier can be a lifesaver in humid climates or damp spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, just keep an eye out. Regular inspections, maybe twice a year. Check those known trouble spots. All right, great tips. And before we wrap up, a special thank you to our listeners. You can now enjoy 10% off your next purchase at Aolith. Just use the promo code AOLITH2025 at checkout. That's AIOLITH 2025. Don't miss out. Yeah, thinking about the precision of dry ice blasting, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other kinds of extreme or maybe unconventional solutions are out there for everyday problems? Just waiting for us to look past the obvious methods. Something to think about.